Welcome to Trivia Club.
Hello. Welcome, one and all, to Trivia Club, live from the Trivia Clubhouse. I am your host, Russel Harder, the man with the bow tie, the man with that trivia plan. Trivia is planned for this 61st edition of Trivia Club from the Trivia Clubhouse. Yes, for 20 questions of trivia goodness. So what do we have planned for you tonight in this staying inside, keeping safe, keeping healthy, reminding you if you do head out, double mask, why not? But congratulations on that vaccine or that second vaccine. Wow, we're in that window now. Canada-wise, I mean, Americans, timetables, they're all over the place, but congratulations, regardless. That's what I'm saying. Regardless. Thank you for supporting Trivia Club. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. You can also support Trivia Club through one-time payments on PayPal or by becoming a patron on Patreon. All the information on how to do so is in the video description below. And yes, just because Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month was last month doesn't mean that you still can't support CF as well. You can support cystic fibrosis in Canada at cysticfibrosis.ca. And if you're in the US, at the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation at cff.org. And to support a leading advocacy group for the CF community, check out cfgetloud.ca. Still very much a very real fight for medication for the CF community. So yeah, please do check out cfgetloud.ca. Tonight is 20 questions of trivia goodness. As I stated, all you need is a pen and a piece of paper to write down your answers on. We'll be marking those papers after this round of questions. Let us know your team name in the chat on the side or in the comment section if you're playing afterwards on that tape delay. We want to hear your team names. We want to know what kind of points you got, so say hello in the chat. Chat amongst yourselves. I'll do my best to join in, if not in the chat, through the video. You know how it works. Last week and every week we end with I built a VCR, which is an anagram for Trivia Club. So we give you an anagram and tell you to find a specific thing. The specific thing last week, we asked you to find a Friends cast member through the anagram Vibrio Insignia. That cast member was Giovanni Ribisi. Giovanni Ribisi, Phoebe's brother. There you go. You know. What can we win tonight? Well, here's that golden VHS of your dreams to be won. Think of it. Let me know what it is. And that's that golden VHS that you could win with your top score. Best of luck to all those top scorers, those top fivers, those participants. We love to see you. Follow Trivia Club on Twitter, on Facebook, on Soundcloud, on iTunes, YouTube. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Like if you haven't. We're on Instagram.com/TriviaClubCA and at TriviaClub.ca, where you can find all of that and more. TriviaClub.ca, our home on the internets. And before I get to continue too much further, if we have technical difficulties once again in no longer than 5 minutes, I'll be looking to add another live feed to the YouTube page, youtube.com/TriviaClub. And we'll be looking to restart where we left off. So if it's not up right away, just reload the page. And in a moment, we will be back, or as soon as possible, we'll be back to continue Trivia Club if there are any technical difficulties. The wonders of working at home continue. There are only 3 cardinal rules when it comes to Trivia Club. Those rules are: be smarter than that internet connection. I'll try to be as smart as my internet connection, even smarter, because I know it's not a great one. That means if you're cheating, you're really only cheating yourself. Don't post any answers in the comment section. Remember, no spoilers. Only say hello. Ask any questions from me, or, chat amongst yourselves about the trivia. The only other rule of Trivia Club is tell everybody about Trivia Club. Thank you. And before we jump into those questions, I'll say hello to the teams in the live chat so far. Hello to Team Rancid Pubis, Rancid Pubis. Hello to Sherlu. Hello to Thanks to Candace. Hello to Team Uno Persona. Hello, Rondai. Hello, the ghost of BB Rebozo. Hello to the Travel Buddies. Hello, Cookie Faced. Hello to Too Fast. Oh, not that fast, but still too curious. Because they're late.
Oh.
I was in auto mode. I almost did the full team name. Oh, and speaking of technical difficulties from last week, Rancid, Priebus, and Cookie Faced, if you know your scores from last week, let me know in the live chat or in the comment section of the last week's video. I'd love to hear how you did since we missed you at the end of the live portion of the show. Yeah, let me know. Otherwise, let's jump into it. Trivia Club at Home number 61. Question number 1. Juno, what I'm talking about with this question. Yes, the Juno Awards, Canada's answer to the Grammys, except, I mean, just as good, really. Music Awards, I was going to say better, but Music Awards, yeah, you have to touch and go. This musical act won their 3rd Juno Award for Artist of the Year this past Sunday. Yes, name that musical act who won their 3rd Juno Award for Artist of the Year this past Sunday. Well earned, I think. I mean, certainly the consensus pick in the room. Question number 2. It's your features presentation. So, your question number 2, oxbows and tarns are examples of what geographic features studied by limnologists? Once again, oxbows and tarns are examples of what geographic features? These are studied by limnologists. 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 I'm just going to spell it in the chat so you know. It'd be Limno. Hello. Gists. Limnologists. No. But yes, oxbows and tarns are examples of what kinds of geographic feature? Which are studied by limnologists. Yeah. Realized I was adding too many O's. Question number 3, we're keeping it small. So at question number 3, what model is the smallest Ford SUV, more compact than the Edge, Explorer, or Expedition? Once again, question number 3, what model is the smallest Ford SUV, more compact than the Edge, Explorer, or Expedition? And question number 4, we're connecting for the point here. So what's the connection between the answers of 2 and 3? Answers of 2 and 3 have a connection there outside the box of the actual questions, but yes, what is the connection between 2 and 3 for your question number 4 point? I wasn't seeing in the comments or in the chat. Totally all right having the technical difficulties last week. I too was having technical difficulties of my own. So once again, question number 2. Oxbows and tarns are examples of what geographic features? Studied by limnologists. No, well, now you know it. You've got it on the chat. It's the lack of an additional O that's getting me. And question number 3. What model is the smallest Ford SUV, more compact than the Edge, Explorer, or Expedition? I don't think it was noticeable until you put your hand in front of the light. That's all right. Question number 4, yes, what's that connection? And question number 5, give me 5. Yeah! Nail it every week.
Oh, yeah.
Your question number 5, give me the 5 largest cities in the United States as of the year 1900. So as of the year 1900, 1900, what were the 5 largest cities in the United States? It's a brain teaser of like thinking of big cities, but making it old-timey. Question number 6. I'm a cowboy, baby. So, question number 6. What actor who has starred in the John Wick series of films and Apocalypse Now, amongst others, played Cowboy Curtis in the children's television program Pee-wee's Playhouse? Once again, name that actor who has starred in, amongst other things, some John Wick movies, as well as Apocalypse Now. I mean, on either end of his film career, played Cowboy Curtis in the children's television program Pee-wee's Playhouse. Question number 7. It's a capital idea. So, your question number 7, what is the capital of Iceland? Name the capital city of Iceland. Best news I can give you, we won't be checking spelling. Oh, but here's this. I won't take away any points, but I'll give you a bonus point if you do get the correct spelling. If you want to try for that. But yes, if you can get the correct spelling, we'll give you a bonus point. If you're happy with that attempt, though, let's move on to question number 8, bit by bit. It's our only audio clue of the night so far. I'll find a way to get more audio clues in semi-consistently. But bit by bit, I'll say like find a way. It's the 60th edition. I'm pretty set in my ways, but I do like to mix it up as often as possible, here or there, you know? So that question number 8, it's an 8-bit version of a popular song. You name that song for a point. Tell me the musical act responsible for that song for a second possible point. It'll sound like a ring phone for an old flip phone, but it is popular music. So here we go, bit by bit. And that's your question number 8, that bit by bit. Question number 5 asked for the sort of asked if it's a largest U.S. cities by city proper or by metropolitan area. I will give you a confirmation on that. As I confirm that completely. Let's see, it's as per the census. Let's see if I can get the specific. So I would guess the city proper, but it's the as per the 1900 United States Census. There's their city ranking. Mhm. So I'm guessing, yes, that would be largest U.S. cities by city proper. Mhm. Alrighty. Thanks for the clarification. Question number 9. It's tag the line. So your tag the line. I'll give you the tagline for the movie poster. You name that movie. So that question number 9. Name that movie with the poster tagline, always be yourself, unless you can be Batman. So once again, always be yourself, unless you can be Batman. Not bad advice. Although Batman brings a lot of baggage, not gonna lie. Question number 9, I asked. Question number 10, it's survey says, this is our first game show game of the night. It's an actual Family Feud survey question. So you give me what you think is the number 1 answer as per the 100 Americans, more or less, that were surveyed. So that question number 10, that survey says, name something that gets activated by water. Name something that gets activated by water. Question number 11. It's an arch question for you. So look at that arch answer. In 1971, McDonald's opened their first European location in which northern country? So again, in 1971, McDonald's opened their first European location in which northern country? Question number 12. It's time after time. Time after time. Dun, dun, dun. You know. I give you the list of events and you put them in order from earliest to most recent, a point for each correct position. So yes, those historical events in no particular order, put them in earliest to most recent. Here we go. On June 8th, RuPaul releases her debut album, Supermodel of the World. On June 8th, the original Ghostbusters is released in theaters. On June 8th, Juliana Margulies of ER and The Good Wife fame is born in Spring Valley, New York. And on June 8th, Mickey Mantle gives his farewell retirement speech during Mickey Mantle Day at Yankee Stadium. Yes, all historical events on this day. Those historical events. Once again, RuPaul releases her debut album, Supermodel of the World. The original Ghostbusters is released in theaters. Juliana Margulies of ER and The Good Wife fame is born in Spring Valley, New York. And Mickey Mantle gives his farewell retirement speech during Mickey Mantle Day at Yankee Stadium. Question number 13. One fun musical comedy, one messy travel caper. So that question number 13, what notorious film from 1987 starring Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman, which is better than it's remembered to be, at least in the first half, shares its name with a Mesopotamian goddess? Once again, name that notorious film from 1987 starring Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman, which is a good comedy to start, at least. It's better than it's remembered to be because of that reason, and shares its name with a Mesopotamian goddess. Question number 14, best known for. Name the 4 movies in this case. The 4 movies that, according to the Internet Movie Database.com and its algorithm, that the following actor is quote unquote known for. So what 4 movies, according to IMDb.com, is Matt Damon known for? Matt Damon. Yes, remember for that question number 14, that best known for, it could be anything from, with this case, movies, it could be box office, it could be awards thing, it could be just general notoriety, whatever that means on the internet. Question number 15, it's a 15-word hint for a 15-letter movie title. I'll give you those 15 words on that hint. You name that movie. A movie that just happens to have 15 letters in its title. Here we go. At question number 15. Schwarzenegger faces his greatest challenge, not Terminators, a class full of unruly 5-year-olds. Once again, Schwarzenegger faces his greatest challenge, not Terminators, a class full of unruly 5-year-olds. Question number 16, our countdown takedown. This game show game is played with Price is Right rules, but with a twist. We want you to guess as close as you can to the actual number without going over. If you get that answer right on, that is 5 points to be won. If you're within 25% of the actual number without going over and without nailing it directly, that is 2 points to be won. If you're outside of that 25% range, that is 0 points. No $1 bobs. But if you're also over by 1, that is also 0 points. All right, so your question number 16, that countdown takedown. From the year 2000 to 2009, there were 110 G-rated movies released according to ComScore. But from 2010 to 2019, that number fell to this number of G-rated titles? Keeping things PG, but not G. Once again, yes, from 2000 to 2009, the number of G-rated movies released, according to ComScore, was 110. But from 2010 to 2019, that number fell to this number of G-rated titles. Question number 17, some wild research for you. So, oh yeah, I can give you that one more time before moving on. So question number 16, our countdown takedown. So from the year 2000 to the year 2009, there were 110 G-rated movies released according to ComScore. But from 2010 to 2019, that number fell, the number of 110, fell to this number of G-rated titles released in that decade. Question number 17, your wild research question. American zoologist Diane Fossey was best known for her extensive research of what animals? Once again, American zoologist Diane Fossey was best known for her extensive research of what animals? Question number 18 now. It is which Chris? Yes, those Hollywood Chris's back again. Pine, Hemsworth, Evans, and O'Dowd. I tell you the movie and you tell me which of those Chris's was featured in it. Was it Chris Pine, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, or Chris O'Dowd? And that question number 18. That movie is A Perfect Getaway. A Perfect Getaway. Did it feature Chris Pine, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, or Chris O'Dowd? Question number 19 is called Freedom 75. So, in 1975, Elton John wrote a song titled Philadelphia Freedom in support of which female tennis player? Once again, yes, in 1975, Elton John wrote a song titled Philadelphia Freedom, which was in support of this female tennis player. A women's tennis legend, in fact. Before I jump into question number 20, our Trivia Royale, are there any questions I can repeat or clarify from the first 19? Let me know in the chat. If you're letting me know in the comments afterwards, I can't hear you, but you can skip back to watch. I'll be here waiting. One, 2, 13, 18. Can do. All right. Question number 1, once again. Do you know what I'm talking about? This musical act won their 3rd Juno Award for Artist of the Year this past Sunday. By musical act, I mean they can be singular or group, to keep it as vague as possible. Question number 2. Oxbows and tarns are examples of what geographic features? Studied by limnologists? Yeah, limnologists. There you go. That's my favorite word of the week this week. Question number 8. Actually, I'll do that last because it's the audio one. I'll return to 8. Question number 13. So, what Notorious film from 1987 starred Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman, which is better than it's remembered to be, at least in the first half hour to an hour? And that movie's title shares its name with a Mesopotamian goddess. Question number 18. Which Chris, Pine, Hemsworth, Evans, or O'Dowd, which Chris is featured in the movie A Perfect Getaway? 10, 12, 14, and then I'm still going to do 8 last. So, question number 10, that survey says, name something that gets activated by water. Name something that gets activated by water. Your question number 12, that time after time, those historical events that you need to put from earliest to most recent, once again in no particular order, are, on this day, RuPaul releases her debut album, Supermodel of the World. The original Ghostbusters is released in theaters. Juliana Margulies of ER and The Good Wife is born in Spring Valley, New York. And speaking of New York, Mickey Mantle gives his farewell retirement speech during Mickey Mantle Day at Yankee Stadium. And question number 14, you're best known for this week is Matt Damon. 4 movies for Matt Damon. All right, and that question number 8, that bit by bit. Thank you for patiently waiting. Here it is, that question number 8 once again. Name this band, name the musical act responsible for this very specific clip of the song, but the entire song too. Mm-hmm. No matter what version of that song, I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
It is a pure dopamine music hit for me. I would say that's the right way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. If there's nothing else to repeat or clarify, I think I got everything. Let's jump into question number 20, our Trivia Royale. So 5 minutes queued up for that Trivia Royale. I have it on the time machine right here. Name for me any 10 of the top 20 highest selling chocolate candy bars in the American supermarkets as of 2004. This is according to Supermarket News. Once again, according to Supermarket News, what were the highest selling chocolate candy bars in American supermarkets as of 2004? Any 10 of the top 20 of those top sellers, those popular supermarket, at least American supermarkets, U.S. supermarket candy bars. I will say that some of the top sellers in this candy bar, I will only though like 2 or 3 are not necessarily bars, but they are chocolate, so I'll give them that. Otherwise, it's mostly bars with some creative licensing used to describe the overall chocolate candy bar section. The top sellers therein in American supermarkets of 2004. Yes, for the most part, these are indeed bars, but they're certainly chocolate across the board. But they're the least designated high sellers in the chocolate candy bar section within American supermarkets in 2004. 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes. And as we're working on this Trivia Royale, same rule applies. If there is a technical difficulty, I'll set it back up and be back momentarily myself. Two minutes and 35 seconds. Heading to the halfway mark. Yes, we're halfway there. 2:30 remaining. My producer had a head start, so continuing on part 2. The next 5 minutes on this question. No, you were very helpful in. She was very helpful in setting up and making sure we started once again as soon as possible. A minute 35 remaining. 1:35 remaining. And for me, those top selling, maybe even just your personal favorite, chocolate candy bars in American supermarkets as of 2004. As per Supermarket News. Try to get something a little bit more recent than 2004, but hey, you take your top 20s where you can find them on that internet. Less than a minute remaining. Less than 1 minute. $25 seconds now to just name any chocolate bars that you might have eaten in the last however many years. And fill in any other blank spaces that you might have on that answer sheet. We'll be answering those questions after this in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time. Yes, indeed, that beep is time. The Trivia Royale has finished up, and we are jumping into the answers for our Trivia Club. So our Trivia Club answer, a point for every correct. Incorrect answers, 0 points. Half marks somewhere in there, I'm sure. But Trivia Club at home, answer number 1 Which musical act won their third Juno Award for Artist of the Year this past Sunday? That would be The Weeknd. The Weeknd. Question number 3. Features presentation. Oxbows and tarns are examples of what geographical features studied by limnologists? Limnologists. There you go. That'd be lakes. Lakes. I'll also accept bodies of water, but that won't help you with the connection. Question number 3, keeping it small. So what model is the smallest Ford SUV, more compact than the Edge, Explorer, or Expedition? That'd be the Escape. Escape. So what's the connection between lakes and escape? Well, they're both things that are the Great Lakes, the Great Escape, the Great Eye Roll over here, stuff's green. It's like a Liz Lemon level eye roll. Oh, God. That's the great things. Question number 5. Give me 5. So the 5 largest U.S. cities in 1900 in terms of population. This is as per the U.S. Census. So 1900s biggest cities. Number 1 was New York City. Number 2, Chicago. Number 3 was Philadelphia. Number 4, St. Louis. That's as far west as we're going. Number 5 is Boston. Number 5, indeed, Boston. The furthest west city in that top 10, in case you were wondering, was San Francisco, but it was the 9th biggest city at the time, smaller than Baltimore, Cleveland, and Buffalo, but bigger than Cincinnati. It was a different time. Los Angeles was still mostly an orange orchard. Or a desert.
Or desert.
Oh. That's my link that I had open. There you go. Maybe that'll help with the internet too. And for the connections on 4, is there a Houdini Lake? That's the question. Houdini Lake, Houdini Escape. Why? What's the connection between lakes and escape for Houdini? I don't know if I can take that for question number 4. You're going in a direction, interesting direction there, but no point unless there's a more detailed argument. Question number 6. I'm a cowboy, baby. So, what actor who has starred in the John Wick series of films, amongst many other things, including The Apocalypse Now, or Apocalypse Now, played Cowboy Curtis in the children's television program Pee-wee's Playhouse? That'd be Lawrence Fishburne. Question number 7. What is the capital of Iceland? That'd be Reykjavik. Reykjavik. That's 1 point. 2 points if you spelled it correctly as R-Y-K-J-E-V-I-K. If you made it past the first 4 letters, well done. But you needed all those for the correct spelling for a bonus point. And if you got that bonus point, well done on your Icelandic spelling. Yeah. And if you sounded it out, that's still a point. Don't worry. Question number 8. That sweet bit of musical happiness, even an 8-bit version, was Buddy Holly for a point by Weezer. It's the song Buddy Holly by Weezer? Question number 9, tag the line, always be yourself unless you can be Batman. That is for the Lego Batman movie. The Lego Batman movie. There you go. Oh, I will double check my spelling through the wonders of Google, since I did give an extra point for actual spelling. Oh, you know what? I thought I had the actual spelling for that. My apologies. Was it going just through phonetic? I don't know. My bad. You were correct that I missed an A. An A in there? Oh, an E for an A. So question number 7, back to that. Thank you for pointing that out. Fine folks from Rancid Trebus. But that spelling was REYKJAVIK. I don't get the extra point. I don't even get it. That's too bad. But just once again, your Reykjavik spelling, REYKJAVIK. Thank you to Hillbilly Polka Turtle, the YouTube username. Can't not shout that out. Indeed, getting justice for Reykjavik. Thank you. Too fast, too curious, or relatively fast, but also too curious. 8 was Buddy Holly by Weezer. 9, the Lego Batman movie. 10, survey says, name something that gets activated by water. Start with the 1-point answer, go up to the 5-point answer from there. So 1 point if, hey, you're just monkeying around. Sea monkeying. Sea monkeys do get activated by water for 1 point. 2 points if you smash through that wall of your mind. And we're like, oh yeah. Kool-Aid. Yes, Kool-Aid is 2 points. 3 points if you are like bag in on this one, or ground to at least 3-point play. That'd be coffee and or tea or coffee. 3 points. 4 points if you're just counting the bread. That is yeast. Yeast, yes, for 4 points. And 5 points if you always remember to wash your hands with soap and water. Soap is activated by water. Yeah. So once again, 5 points for soap, 4 points for yeast, 3 for coffee or tea, 2 for Kool-Aid, and 1 point for sea monkeys. An eclectic list by the end. Yes, naming something that gets activated by water. Question number 11, your arch question. In 1971, McDonald's opened their first European location in which northern country? That would be the Netherlands. The Netherlands. Your question number 12, time after time. Time after time. So in the correct order, a point for each correct position. So the earliest was in 1966. That would be the birth of Julianne Margulies of ER and The Good Wife fame in Spring Valley, New York, on this day in 1966. I believe she has a memoir out. Free plug for Julianne Margulies, sure. 1969 was Mickey Mantle giving his farewell retirement speech during Mickey Mantle Day at Yankee Stadium in that number 2 spot. In the number 3 spot, the original Ghostbusters is released in theaters in 1984. And in 1993, RuPaul releases her debut album, Supermodel of the World. Is that the one with CoverGirl on it? I don't know. It feels like it would be, but I can't say for sure. Or like Work, Cover Girl, that one? Yeah. Whatever that song is also titled. I just assumed Cover Girl. Question number 13. One fun musical comedy, one messy travel caper. Que sera, sera. So, what notorious film from 1987 starred Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman? I mean, who could always be taken down a peg? I mean, sure. But which is better than it's remembered to be and shares its name with a Mesopotamian goddess? That would be Ishtar. Ishtar. Question number 14, best known for. So what are the 4 movies that Matt Damon is known for? For a point each, they are Good Will Hunting, for a point. The Martian, for second point. The Departed, for a third point. And The Talented Mr. Ripley. I'll give you half a point for that. So once again, The Talented Mr. Ripley, The Departed, The Martian, and The Good Will Hunting. I enjoyed that too. Oh yes, and a half point if your Mr. Ripley was not maybe talented, but something else. But no born anythings. It's true. He certainly changed his career with the Bourne movies, so I'm also surprised that they lacked representation. That's imdb.com for you, though. Unpredictable and in some way, shape, or form. Always at least a little bit. Question number 15, your 15-word hint for your 15-letter movie title. Schwarzenegger faces his greatest challenge, not Terminators, a class full of unruly 5-year-olds. Kindergarten Cop. Kindergarten Cop. So your countdown takedown. From 2000 to 2009, there were 110 G-rated movie releases, according to ComScore. But from 2010 to 2019, that 110 fell to what number of G-rated titles? Can I get a drum roll, please, for those kiddie movies? Those generally rated movies. 71. 71. So 72 and above, 0.71 will get you 5 points. And 70 to 53 will get you 2 points. I almost need like a second smaller drum roll for the range of 25%. So 71 for 5 points. 70 to 53 will get you 2 points. And my Auntie Brenda brings up a great Matt Damon point. Justice for We Bought a Zoo. Question number 17. American zoologist Diane Fossey was best known for extensive research of what animals? That'd be gorillas. Gorillas. If you specified mountain gorillas, also great. Gorillas in the Mist, sure, that's a movie, but like you specified where they were. So gorillas. Yeah. Question number 18. Which Chris, Pine, Hemsworth, Evans, or O'Dowd? Which Chris is in A Perfect Getaway? That would be Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth. Alongside Mila Jovovich and Steve Zahn is a new to movies, Chris Hemsworth. Question number 19, your Freedom 75. In 1975, Elton John wrote a song titled Philadelphia Freedom in support of what female tennis player? That would be Billie Jean King. Billie Jean King. And that question number 20, your Trivia Royale, naming me any 10 of the 20 high-selling chocolate candy bars in American supermarkets as of 2004. or for the year of 2004, according to Supermarket News. Not a controversial list at all. So let's do this. I mean, I think there's some good crossover, but there will be moments of like, what? Remember, they're not all bars, but they all are at least chocolate. So the highest selling, I'll start with that one, was M&M's. Starting getting that out of the way fast. It's a bag in bar form. That's the best I could do. And also chocolate. M&M's for a point. Hershey's. It's just like a Hershey's chocolate bar. Yeah, for a point. Snickers. Snickers for a point. Reese's, the peanut butter cups. Yeah. Reese's for a point. Kit Kats. Your Nestle Crunch for a point. Butterfinger for a point. York Peppermint Patties. I guess they're just as much a bar as the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. So, York Peppermint Patties. Almond Joys. Almond Joy for the point. Three Musketeers. Your point. Twix bars. Twix. A return for Reese's with the Reese's Fast Break, which is more of an American thing. I did try to warn you. Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth in there. Milky Way. The Kit Kat, Big Cat. Like a Kit Kat, but I imagine just like one single large Kit Kat stick. Yeah. Reese's Sticks. Like Twix, but also like Reese's, I'm guessing. I'm just spitballing some ideas of what the product might be. Rolo. Snickers Cruncher. Wonder Ball. I don't know either. And Mr. Goodbar. Really got in the weeds in the final five, I agree, but those were the top sellers of 2004 in that top 20 highest selling supermarket. Again, not an uncontroversial list, but hopefully gave you some points. And again, the best chocolate bar list I could find that was based off of some marketable research and not just a list of stuff we like. Oh, Mr. Truck Driver knew his chocolate bars. Thinking about it now, that's not a surprise. Well done. One final justice for O. Henry from Too Fast, Too Curious. Agreed. So yes, let me know your point totals in the chat. Thank you all once again for rejoining the live stream as we came back. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we'll continue to work on them. As the more consistent these streams are, the better. We only ran into this sort of problem last year at around this time, but on Facebook. So I was hoping that YouTube wouldn't give me the same problems. I think it's more the modem. Anywho, I'll give you that bonus bit of trivia, and then after the anagram, read out those point totals in the chat. Let us know your point totals and team name, and we'll see who got what. And applaud for everybody, because everyone did awesome. So I built a VCR, that anagram of Trivia Club. Find the Canadian music icon or icons in the following anagram. The anagram is airplay glitch. Airplay glitch. Looking to find that Canadian music icon or icons. This might be one of those where by the time I come around next week with the answer, you'll be like, yeah, we got it within We got it. But too good not to use. Too good to pass up. All right, so those high scores, those team scores. Well done to Team Reed's Priebus's Rancid Pubis with 36 points. Yeah, well done. With 33 points is the Travel Buddies. Well done to the Travel Buddies. Yes, indeed. With 39 points is the Ghost of BB Rebozo. Well done to BB Rebozo. With 42 points is Down by the Bay. Well done, Down by the Bay. With 33 points is Thanks to Candace. Well done, thanks to Candace. With 33 points as well is Too Fast, Too Curious. Well done indeed. 7 points is Team Uno Persona. Well done. What did your producer and mine?
24.5.
24.5 for your producer and mine. Yes, indeed. And my barber, in fact.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you to my barber, my producer, my partner, the love of my life. First thing last in that order, by the way. Did a great job, I think. Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm going to be jack of all trades, master of none.
You're keeping yourself busy, I think. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're the best. Okay. So, thanks to Candace, recounted 36, they said. So, well done. Yes, I did. Looks like the top score is indeed the 42 for Down by the Bay.
Yeah.
Yay. Congrats to everybody. Well done all around. Thank you once again for working with us through these tech difficulties. So let's wrap up, shall we? What have we learned today? I don't do that, actually. What have we learned today?
Oh.
But I'll work on that. Say hello, everyone. Hey, hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello to my Grandma Sheffield as well, who is hopefully able to once again join us on the secondary link. Gonna have to work out a way to. I shared it on Facebook. But hello, Grandma. If you see this afterwards, hello. Love you. Thank you for joining in, everybody. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back June 15th for more Trivia Club goodness. Thank you for supporting Trivia Club. Thank you for being a patron on our Patreon. Of course, helping us continue into 2021. There's only one more thing to say. So say it with us, won't you? Remember, it's not what you know, it's what you learn along the way. Yay!
Good night, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me and sticking around. I know I got you in a little bit earlier this time.
Okay.
Fantastic. Thanks. Good night.